G'day, and thank you for joining us today here with a walkthrough of the Kimberley Kruiswagen. This is our off-road motorhome, and this is what we do at SEQ Campers, Sunshine Coast, and how we show you through the great Kruiswagen from Kimberley Kampers, Australia. Let's open up and have a look at our Kruiswagen. Now inside here, we've got a number of things that we do as a couple, and one of them for the passenger is to put down the stairs. We've got these great clear view stairs here. Now they're solid on this side and the driver's side, and we've got it powered in there just under the passenger seat and easy to use. You know it's always out and it's always ready to go in and out and use your setup on the Kruiswagen. Now walking through this, we're going to show you some great features and things that we use in a real situation or real camping experience. So first thing we did was put out the electric awning. We've got some shelter here, we've got our mat down, and we've decided let's stay for lunch. And this is a place to do it with a Kruiswagen and your off-road van. So like any good van or any good caravan, we do want to have it easy to get in and out of. Using the step and having a light switch right here, turning on some overhead lights so I can see what I'm doing as we've pulled up in the evening. I've got my outside light here, orange lights front and back are my anti-bug lights, but I also have a bright white light when I'm looking around to see what my setup should look like. Lights right at the front, electric for my awning here, as well as some power points because I will use either a coffee machine, induction cooktop, or maybe just charging some items. I tend to really enjoy taking the blender or the bullet and making juices out here right from my huge freezer, all my power for my kitchen right at the door. This is us set up looking out at a beautiful spot here in the hinterland, and this big door is such a great feature. Kimberley Kampers has got the kitchen sink, the setup for cooking all right here, so you feel like you're in the outdoors. Now we love this kind of look and setup, but what we do is sometimes we're going to get the animals or critters from outside, and we've got a great midgie mesh screen to drop here. So what we can do here is in a two-part door, if you know there's a little bit around, we'll drop this guy down. And we can lock in and even use that side constantly. Thank you. And then setting that all up with a nice reinforced bottom to give it a bit of weight. That is a midgie mesh screen door on this huge open door here. So this is one of the things that always gets to us, is that we can get in here and use things right at the door, because I spend a lot of time outside, but some of our feedback and comments has really been that when you're even in the kitchen or in the back lounge, you feel like you're outside because all of it's quite open, great big windows, great big doors, and that's something that Kimberley Kampers has always done, giving you the outside in and that real blend of feeling like you're camping, but you're in comfort and luxury. Some pro tips from SEQ Campers turning around this front seat. Now what we want to do is just make sure that we move that seat all the way forward. Then you've got your big red safety handle here and giving that a turn. By moving that forward there, it does give you the freedom then to move that without it interfering. Then we can slide that back. So the versatile front seat here, the front of the Sprinter van, we've turned it around. We've got ourselves a little map reading light right here for doing some work. And we've got this very flexible table here. So it's so versatile. I can bring it out, use it for dish prep or food prep right here over the sink. Now this is a master of art, design, and innovation. How do we get this table down? So one of our best tricks, get the handle out of the way. Trying to do is line up our handles here. And by doing this with the handle missing, I can then lower that down below my sill, lock that in, and then I've got my flexibility back. So that versatile table, again, good ergonomics right here I'd like to do a little bit of work on the road, or sometimes it's just going to be looking at the map and making the plan for our next adventure. This versatile table comes down as my office setup here, but then can also swing out, drop right down, and be an entertaining table outside. It is an engineering miracle, this guy. Lowering it right down. To being my outside servery table as well. So looking through here, we've got some Kimberley custom features, all the mesh walls, the added windows, but these soft storage bags. We've got them up here above the seats, but we also have them behind our large bench seats for that added storage. Really think this is where my dry as a bone or my jacket, maybe some of my softer clothes. Great spot here. I just like using the area and knowing it's not a hard or fixed cupboard. We look at the features inside here and we've got this shower. Now I'm standing here with about 1.9 or what we call 1900 height. I'm 1850 at the aircon or 1850 high in the shower. Open up, please remember to always bungee or lock your shower door before travel. So inside here, we've got our shower head, our touch light, put a bamboo mat down, and we've got our composting toilet in there. So again, liquids and solids, the composting toilet, really easy to use. Drain the liquids every 2 or 3 days. Solids could be up to a month, 6 weeks of full-time travel, or 3 months part-time travel. Great use of this space. We do have a cover on the toilet, so we can use that for washing, sitting down, or using this, right? We've got that 650 or 850 space in here, and I've got that 1.8 or 1850 high in through my height. We've got our bulkhead, storage, toilet, this, a convenient mirror here behind the doors, and just a nice simple touch light. Our 2024 version will have the roof vent inside there, built in as well.
So welcome to the interior of our cruise wagon here at SEQ Campers and Kimberley Kampers. One of the things that's amazing in this kitchen is the huge, biggest in class fridge freezer that Kimberley Kampers managed to put in the cruise wagon. I've got plenty of storage space here, both in the fridge and the freezer. And then there's a lovely little bread box, fruit box up here on top where I have some added storage. Up here in Kimberley, you've got lots and lots of storage for pots and pans and little things that you need, as well as up here. The lighting in the bedding area is an easy switch just right up here. Another thing that Kimberley Kampers has done with the cruise wagon is we've put in the beautiful windows that we have on all the cruisers. So that means that it's just 3, 4, 5 simple switches which are ready for off-road use, and then you can hear the little clicks when it sets. So there are 3 settings, which allows for a large window space here and a good breeze, as you can see. If there happen to be some bugs or creepy crawlies outside, I can always easily take down the netting here. Makes me safe from all the mosquitoes and nits. And I can take the window all the way up if I'd like to make it dark and ready for sleep time. Anytime, if I want to open it again, it's just an easy switch up and down. If you're sleeping and you want to close the window, but you want to leave a little bit of an air gap, when you're closing the window, there are a couple settings that you can close it on here. So the full off-road setting is all the way closed like this, but if I want the van to breathe, I'll put it in the middle clip, just like this, which allows a little bit of air to come into the van. One of the big questions we do have here at SEQ Campers about the Kimberley Kampers Kruiswagen is storage space, and people just repeat that question all the time. I do have a lot of storage space underneath the seats here. So if I just take this seat down, I do have some straps here to strap in some chairs and things like that, and I can also pick the seating area up here, and I've got a lot of storage underneath the seats here. If we go to the other side, I can again put the seat down. On this side, I've got these little mesh baskets again, which allows for a lot of storage. And then I can pick it up. And here on this side, again, I have a lot of storage, and I also have easy access to the battery and the EcoFlow system. This area is particularly good for heavy items. And because of that, it does have my diesel heater and diesel hot water system underneath there. I'm going to take the bed down now. But before that, I'm just going to show off the little table we have here. Right now, I've got the table all the way pushed back, but I can pull it all the way forward. I can push it to the side. I can push it to every side I want. This makes it a really useful table, and it just clicks into place when I'm doing that. When I'm putting the bed down, I am putting these seats down first, just like when I was looking for storage, and I'm making sure I've got this table right in the middle here. So I've got the table nicely in the middle here. That means I can now put this bed down. I've got an easy access button right here, and I just push this down. In here, I've got my little bag here, which has the bars for extra stability in the bed. I just take this bar out. This back bar does have a little stability button here, so that's the only thing to be aware of. I now take the bar and I put it straight in the little bob here. And once I've got the back part in, I just take the other bar out and I put that in here. And once I've got those two bars in, then I can just push this button and take the whole bed down again. At any time, I can take my hand off of that and just push a few things that I might have left there away. And that's the bed down. I would just be moving this little bag, which I had my bars in now, put my pillows in place, and I'm ready to go to sleep. The final step is turning on a little bit of lighting here for some mood lighting. I just switch one on and one here, and then I've got the perfect bedroom environment. At the far end of the bed, if you look carefully, you'll see that we've got two reading lights, and we also have two USB ports on either side of the bed. This allows me to charge my phone or any devices I have, and also just to have some little light there when I'm reading it in bed at night.
So at SEQ Campers, we really like to do a handover and explain a lot of the features that are in your van so you understand them. You get that confidence to go off-road, get that confidence to go in the outback using your power and technical systems. So just running through this in the Kruiswagen, it's another good example to show you what we're using and how I'm reading these devices. So here on our technical side or our electronic side of the van, set up by the fridge, I can enjoy it from the lounge. I've got my smart TV, my digital TV, and it does have in here still USB for movies or a DVD if we want to take it. But that smart TV, really good. Connect to the internet, and I've got everything I want here, including the news through YouTube or Euronews. I've got power right here, my phone charger. On this EcoScape version, we've ticked the box with the benchtop phone charger. We've got our EcoFlow touchscreen. Now, stuff like this will turn on from switches as well, but I've also can turn things on from my EcoFlow screen. Some of those things will be through my app on my phone, and probably one of the best ones we've used here is the rear spotlights and the front spotlights. Turning these on from the phone, lighting up the area so I can see when I want to set up my campground. This has been really cool here. The bars on the front for my high beam lights, it's been really good as well, driving all around through here. So love turning those on. The main two that are in here that I'll use constantly is my water pump is on a switch and my underbench light here. So right here with my underbench light on that switch using from the app or using it on my screen here with my touchscreen there. Now I've clicked everything on and off from here. I've also got my Cymarine, so this is just going to be my water monitor and temperature sensors. I've got my diesel hot water. This is going to run through my hot water and room heater. Controls are here. My sound bar here, enjoying music right out the door and through the right thing. The sound panel has an app, easy to use. Microwave and induction cooktop running off my inverter, so that EcoFlow's got a heap of power. We're running there with our 48-volt battery system, and that battery system really is a lot easier to pump up to my 240 for my induction and microwave, a lot like an electric car or an e-bike. That higher voltage is a lot more manageable, and man, does it charge fast. Through my solar, through my vehicle charging, and through plugging it at a campsite. I can charge this from 0 to full in 3 to 4 hours. So we've been pumping in the power, even just stopping at a rest area where we can connect some power because we're doing so much bush or free camping. This is the EcoScape, and it is loaded with our electric opportunities, options, and great little features here through the EcoScape. So thank you, and you'll dive into this technical with some of our other videos from SEQ Campers. So built under our bench here is a diesel hot water system. Built in here, we also have our VisiFlow. So we're able to pump water from a creek, connect to mains water, or what we personally do is just put a 20-liter drum or a bucket outside, and then I get a 20-liter hot water shower just from filling up a bucket, not using my onboard water. So this is another way to do it through the Kimberley VisiFlow and in our diesel hot water system. Here we are at the back of the Kruiswagen. Now the big doors open up. There's the midgie mesh blinds in there, so when we sit and enjoy those seats, we can look out at the view, but still keep the critters outside. Now with this, we've got a spare wheel and ladder built in. We're looking at making some accessories that are interchangeable between both doors. This is our big bike rack here, and we can take 2 e-bikes, unclip this down here, slide the wheels on, and give it a big push up, lock on. E-bikes or any mountain bike for your travels is just a nice way to really explore the local area, and the Kruiswagen can do that for you as our sports off-road Kimberley Kruiswagen.